Andersen.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to channel Andersen. I'm here today following up on our intake manifold spacer project, trying to get the tune right with Josh. I've already tried a few. Actually, I tried one iteration. It was still too rich, so I think he knocked it down again, and that's the tune we're going to try to upload right now to see how it does. It was kind of, I mean, it was definitely too rich, but it also felt a little bit stumbly, so we could be dealing with more than one variable, but we'll see. Hopefully this next tune will solve it. So if you don't know, when you upload a tune on your car, unplug your radiator fan so it doesn't try to drain your battery while you are uploading the tune. And yeah, besides that, just need a Galetto cable and Galetto. But I've covered this before, and honestly, if you're tuning your car, you should speak with your tuner to go over the steps to be sure, but you know, it's pretty simple. So anyways, I got everything plugged in. Let's go ahead, upload real quick, and I'll catch you guys in a second, see how our fuel trims are looking. All right, well, crisis averted there. For some reason, the program wanted to crash on me and basically soft bricked our ECU, you could say. It canceled out after I read the ECU data, and it went through the erasing process, but never started the downloading process. It should always start within a few seconds, and it didn't. So I had to close the program, it froze for a second, and then when I tried to read the ECU data, it was all ones, which means it was basically soft bricked. But now it's uploading, so that should be okay. And in the meantime, while that's uploading, I'll kind of update you guys on a few things. I have, since last seen you guys, done a leak down test on this. Thankfully, it turned out okay. But when you see the video, it was not okay. It was very not okay for a little bit. But it seems like crisis was avoided. So now we're good to go with repainting this. We'll put the supercharger back together with our modifications we have planned, and get our headers bolted up and all that stuff. So that's been taking care of that. The CLK is running great after the supercharger gaskets and surge tank gaskets and the new injectors on there. The new injectors like basically almost landed perfectly to adjust the tune to where it needs to be. So I'm gonna run it like that for a while, and then once we get some more data, then we will think about moving to the fixed pulley. Aside from that, once we get this thing running okay on the tune, I would like to move forward with a few other projects that don't really have anything to do with its runnability right now. Like the sunroof delete, since it's still summer, I would like to get that solved because it's been like 2 years that I've wanted to do that, and I would really like to. I want to get the seats out and figure out what I want to do with kind of carpet, and if I want to put like some, what do you call them? Like kick panel, not kick panels, but skid plates. Why am I forgetting what they're called right now? But basically just like make some custom plates, because this chassis basically just has like weird bars running through, and if I do end up getting rid of the carpet or doing my own style of the carpet, I would like to come up with some type of plate down there. And yeah, aside from that, just been staying busy as usual with all the different projects, but this thing is close. I will check back with you guys once it's done. Alright guys, it's about 10:15 p.m. right now, so I don't feel great about starting the car, but I'm also really curious, and I'm not gonna like go crazy or anything, but we'll start it up. We'll see how the fuel trims look. If they look okay, we'll fire it up tomorrow morning and, you know, give it some good revs and stuff like that. Otherwise, we'll have to wait a little while. Josh is going to be busy for the next few days and won't be available to work on stuff. So he tried to squeeze me in. Thank you, Josh, for doing that. And we tried to do 2 revisions today while he had time still. So fingers crossed. So that's it. Fingers crossed. We got our ultra gauge plugged in right now from the CLK, and see how things go. Oh, of course, I forgot to plug my fan in. Okay, what are short terms? What are short terms before I gotta turn this off? You're climbing, climbing. Yeah. It's kind of what they did last time. Went right to negative 12.5. Well, they're not dipping past that. They were getting really bad before. So, all right. Let's leave it there. I guess I'm gonna do a mixer adaptation with the with the launch scanner, and we'll come back in the morning when I can actually rev this thing. I just smoked up the garage. My eyes are burning. It is definitely still rich, or it's just a bunch of exhaust, or I mean a bunch of fuel left in the exhaust. Whew. Okay, I will catch you guys in the morning. All right, guys. Good morning. It is the next day, and we're officially ready for another test fire of this thing. Now, I'm not really convinced yet that we've got it all the way where it needs to be. Probably have to go a little bit leaner, but need a little more testing to see for sure. So last night did the mixer reset, and we're gonna try again right now. So here we go. Yeah, it still kind of falls on its face a little bit when it goes down to idle like that. Definitely still smells very fuely. Let's see if it tops out at negative 12.5 again, or if it keeps going past that. So it's staying at negative. I mean, that's much better. It used to tap out at negative 25, and I think it was going past that, to be honest. So it's not dying or choking or anything like that, so that's good. Definitely feel like it smoothed out a little bit, but it's very fuely for sure. And there's probably a bunch of fuel in the exhaust. So yeah, let's cut it off. I think it just still needs to be leaned out. I'm not sure what, I know Josh did a 20% cut on the first tune. I'm not sure what he did on this next one. Definitely made an improvement, but still not enough. So we'll have to. All right, my dudes. Well, we were gonna finish out this video, but we're actually gonna try a few more things before we do so. I spoke with Josh. We've tried multiple iterations, as you guys saw with the tune. I was about to test drive it, but it was stuck at like negative 12.5, and we thought, okay, that's safe enough to at least test drive. Let's let it warm up and see if it changes. But as soon as I started trying to back it out of the garage, it spiked right back to negative 25, and car felt very stumbly. So I didn't want to risk it. I told Josh doesn't feel right. He was like, yeah, that's not right. Something's off. So I'm gonna swap back. These stock injectors, even though it's annoying, I got to do the work of pulling the fuel rails again, but oh well. Swap those back in, plug in the old tune that was on it, and put that back and see what it does. That way we kind of eliminate a couple variables at least with the injectors and the regular tune back on. So really the only variable we've introduced is the spacers. So after that, if it still doesn't run right, then we know it could be something else. But I'm pretty sure it's just these injectors are just flowing way too much. And Josh reduced them, I think 30 or 40%, and it was still flowing too much according to our fuel trims. So let's do that. I'm not going to bore you guys with all of that. I'm just going to take care of it, and I'll catch you guys back here in a second. All right, guys, injectors are swapped back in, and now it's time to upload the new tune. I also wanted to mention, I can't remember if I talked about it in this video or not, but I did end up testing out switching around the order of our couplers and stuff. Tried to move the MAF up here, but it was actually a tighter fit than it was with these things here. And my other thoughts is, you know, with the MAF down here, if this does get squished down by the hood a little bit, this is not going to get hurt. You know, silicone coupler and a piece of aluminum is not going to hurt anything. But, you know, if the MAF was being squeezed down between, you know, fuel rail, any of this, and the hood, the MAF could get crunched. So down there is just fine. Rob from Needs Wings is taking a look at what type of elbow he can make me that would help out. But for now, it'll work just fine. All right, guys, new tune is uploading. This is an older version, I think one version older, but I mean, still ripped. So Josh will update it once he gets time. But yeah, got battery on the charger, fan unplugged like normal, getting this thing uploaded, and then fingers crossed, can actually drive this thing. We'll see. Okay, guys, well, I believe we got everything tightened down. Do we have leakage? I don't think so. Maybe. Let's double check again. Might be left over. Wipe that off and check again. Okay, let's go. All right. Let's go ahead, give it a try. Got our ultra gauge set up, ready. All right, neutral. And I forgot the fan, but that sounds like it should. Oh man, what a relief. Okay, that sounds great. Let's let it run for a little bit, and then I gotta turn it off and plug in the fan. I'm gonna go check for leaks while it's running real quick. Okay, no leaks there. All right, we should be good. Okay, let me shut it off, plug the fan in. That looks cool. My wife made a bouquet. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do our mixture adaptation reset real quick, and then we'll fire it up and maybe even take this thing for a drive. All right, you guys, second start, and we'll see where our fuel trims end up, but we got to get it warmed up to know for sure. But I think we should be good to at least drive, because it's feeling a lot more stable than it was before. Okay, get it warmed up, take it out. All right, guys, I don't have my GoPro mount right now, so I'll try to give you guys as good of a shot as I can while we're driving. Once I'm kind of warmed up and in gear, I can give you guys some thoughts. But apparently, even with our stock injectors, the short terms go to -25, but I can tell just off of smell in the air, it's not running rich. It was like crazy rich before, burning my eyes, and right now it feels totally normal. So yeah, let's go take it for a quick spin around the block. Nothing crazy, just making sure that it feels okay. All right, you guys can't see it now, but short terms, as soon as I, you know, drove normally, gave it some response, it goes right to 0. So that's what you want to see. Eventually, once we drive long enough, right now, we'll be able to see that on our long terms. So I'll update you guys, but yeah, feels just like normal right now. It's a good sign. All right, guys, well, officially back for the drive. Sorry I couldn't take you guys along. I didn't do nothing too crazy. I did a couple first, second pulls. It feels good. I think there's definitely power that is being made with the spacers. Just butt dyno feel feels like maybe 10 horsepower or so. Down low, it's especially noticeable. It just feels torquier down low. So I don't know. But we'll have to keep an eye on things. For now though, it feels good. So I'm happy. In my books, this kind of means project finished, and now it's onward to, you know, perfecting the tune. And I know Josh has an updated tune that he wants to try on this thing anyways, so we'll get that done. And next video, let's throw the GoPro up here and actually take this thing out for a proper rip, you know, to have some actual fun. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.